Welcome back to the well overdue episode 2 of Fuso 4x4 Fridgebox Campervan. In episode 1 you saw us stripping out the interior of our ex-Sainsbury's Fridgebox, and now in episode 2 we're finally going to get round to removing the troublesome tipper bed. We tackle a few easy jobs like removing the reflective motorway maintenance tape, and then we moved on to the horror show that was removing the tipper's hinge pin. The outside edges had corroded and cauliflowered, meaning it couldn't be pressed out. And as we'd sold the bed, we wanted to keep as much of the hinge intact for the new owner. After cutting out the centre section of the pin, it was still really stubborn and wouldn't come out with a 10-ton press assisted by grease or heat. So we ended up back with the 8-inch slit disc, and when that didn't fit, back to the ripsaw. Today is the day that we disconnect the tipper bed. Someone's coming up to collect it. We managed to get the pin out, which was a bit of a challenge, and now we're just going to disconnect the hydraulics. Time to get the Fuso out of the workshop, and if you ever see my tongue hanging out in these videos, it means I'm concentrating. The initial part of that lift was too sketchy to show, so we'll just meet it in the air and take it to the trailer. Okay, finally that's a big step forward and we can start to see what the Fuso might look like. We had intended to try and repurpose the tipper's subframe as our rail-on-rail system, but once we got it back in the workshop and had a good look at it, there was just too much corrosion and extra parts that we didn't need, so we decided to remove it and start from scratch. tipper subframe has come off and we're left just with the chassis. Next job is to remove all this lighting and all this gubbins here, so we're just left with the C-section. We're just left with the chassis. I need to just disconnect all the lighting and the wiring. And then I'm going to need to attack all of this. It's not in great shape. Replace those shocks. But now we can actually see what we've got to play with. But I think I've got quite a lot of cleaning up to do first. We've had some shiny new wheels manufactured in a super single with a 2,500 kilo load rating. We've also had some winter tyres produced with a 3-peak mountain snowflake symbol, and they have a load rating of 2,360 kilos per tyre. We had hoped to show you the final interior layout and our plans for the habitation box, but we just can't make our minds up. So that'll have to wait for another episode. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed it, consider giving us a like or clicking on the subscribe button, and hope to see you in the next episode.